taste God cooking too. Nah, look at you. Great mind, they embrace mine like a crooked tooth. 4 takes, that's you. 3 takes, not me. 2 takes if you lucky. First take, stop me. 4 takes, that's you. 3 takes, not me. 2 takes if you lucky. First take, you got me.
Well, hello there. Welcome into First Take on this Monday morning. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Stephen A. Smith, Donovan McNabb, Max Kellerman. I'm Molly Karen. How we doing, guys? Oh.
What's up, y'all?
Is that how you talk to the ladies, or is that you upset?
That's not how I talk. Okay. Let's just get the show started, man.
Did you have a good time at the fight?
I did that.
All right.
I did that. And I appreciate, let me thank my man right here. Hooking me up with some fly tickets. He had me ringside. Appreciate the love, big bro. Appreciate the love. No doubt.
All right, let's get into it. We start with America's team, who just keeps on winning, Mr. Smith. 9-1. You like the sound of that, Cowboys Nation? Their 9th straight win is the longest single-season streak in franchise history with their 10-point win over the Ravens. Stephen A., are the Cowboys now the team to beat in the NFC?
No.
Stephen
no.
A.
Come on.
Stephen A.
No. I'm not giving it up to them yet. Look, I will concede. Dak Prescott's a bad boy. There's no question about it. Dak Prescott's a bad brother. Ezekiel Elliott is a bad brother. That massive offensive line, I mean, they're the modern-day Hogs, okay? They're the modern-day Hogs, which the Redskins should take personally and handle their business this Thanksgiving because they're the original Hogs, and they should remind everybody they're the original Hogs and handle their business this coming Thanksgiving Day. Having said that, I must concede that Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott are some bad brothers. I'm proud of the young brothers, no doubt. But it's 10 games in. 10 games does not make a season, okay? It starts right now. They are 9-1. They have won 9 straight. I think it has been that against, the majority of mediocre competition. I believe that there is still games to be played. I am watching the Seattle Seahawks and the way that they're bowling your pick, all right, to win it all. And I'm saying, hey, I'd rather side with Max first before I concede that the Dallas Cowboys are the team to beat. Now, I don't see experience on their side. I don't know what Dak is going to do once the playoffs arrive. I don't know what Ezekiel Elliott is going to do, even though he's a running back, so he should be able to do whatever it is that he does. I saw receivers, they weren't open, but they looked open because they were just snatching balls from defenders and all of that other stuff. I don't see that happening against Seattle. So I am not willing to concede as of yet. I will confess that the Dallas Cowboys deserve our respect. And dare I say, am I getting a little bit tight? Am I getting a little bit nervous? I'll admit it. You got me. I'll admit that. But that's about as far as I am going. I am not giving anything else to the Cowboys.
The Cowboys are the team to beat in the NFC. And let me just say, Cowboys fans, particularly Cowboys fans who are out of market, like from Jersey and stuff, I really hate you with everything I got. That's just the wrong. There's something wrong with you. But I have to admit, they are the team to beat in the NFC. Whether they're the team to beat at the end of the season, we'll see. Right. Seattle remains my pick to go to the Super Bowl. Right. I called it before the season started. Seattle, New England, Super Bowl rematch from 2 years ago. I like Seattle in this one. We'll see what happens ultimately. We don't know what team the Cowboys will be Week 17. That's the real question. But right now, heading into Week 12, they got the best point differential in the NFL. Not second best to the Patriots, the best point differential in the NFL. Now, maybe you could say, hey, you could throw a lot of running backs and a lot of quarterbacks behind that offensive line, and they would ball at least as well as these two guys. By the way, that might be true, but those other guys aren't behind this offensive line. Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott are, and they are tearing the league up. And the defense is good. Now, you could say that's a result of the offense and ball control and all that, and maybe you're right. But again, we don't know what it would be otherwise. We just know what is. The defense isn't giving up a lot of points or a lot of yards. They're among the elite in the NFL. This is the best team in the NFC right now, period.
I've had this battle going on for the last 3 weeks on my radio show, 10 p.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. on Channel 80 XM Radio.
McNabb and Custer.
McNabb and
Wait a
Custer.
minute,
Check
Channel
us out.
80 XM Radio when?
McNabb and Custer, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m.
Gotcha.
Every
Gotcha.
You
Sunday
break
night.
a lot of news. A lot of things get picked up.
Well,
think
you know,
emails.
we try to do what we can. You like that drop? Now, the
I
thing
give,
that
I give mine every day.
I know you do.
I do like it.
I know. But this is the thing that I've had a problem with the Seattle Seahawks. I love what they do. I love the way they play in November and December. I love when a healthy Russell Wilson is at the quarterback position because now all of a sudden the receivers become valuable. Doug Baldwin, now he can run around and find a way to get open. Kearse finds a way to get open. Jimmy Graham is now starting to look like the Jimmy Graham from New Orleans. But the problem that I have with Seattle is the running game. Procise was a guy all of a sudden came on the scene from Notre Dame, started opening up eyes. He gets hurt. He'll have some time away, probably about 4 to 6 weeks, he'll be out. Then you talk about Rawls coming back off of injury. There's no healthy running back that can take the pressure off of Russell Wilson. So right now, I have the #1 team in the NFC as the Dallas Cowboys because they are healthy on the offensive end. They're running the football very effectively, #1 in the run game in the NFL. Dak Prescott is handling the blitz the right way, getting the ball to his receivers and giving them an opportunity to make plays for him. Jason Witten is also looking like a great receiver, just like Cole Beasley. Des Bryant, after the situation that happened with his dad, I think he's now calmed down and understood a little bit more about his value to the football field and also off the football field.
You mean the same Des Bryant that you said you would trade?
Absolutely.
You mean that same dude?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I sit here and I admit it. Absolutely.
You were ready to give up on him. So you
I wasn't ready to get up on him. I said if they
He
trade
gave
him,
up
trade
on
him
him.
at
What do you
the
mean
end
ready?
of
He
the
gave up
season.
on him.
But the thing that the Des Bryant that's showing me as well as showing everybody is that he's at peace now. Now, what does that do as far as him coming in the facility at the right time and also not missing meetings? Then that's the direction they'll find out at the end. But for right now, I like what I'm seeing from this offense. There's a reason Scott Linehan told Tony Romo, Dak Prescott is our guy going forward. There's a reason now all of a sudden you're not hearing Jerry Jones speak anymore, even after the press conference, which it wasn't needed by Tony Romo. I needed Jason Garrett. Remember I said this on the show? I need Jason Garrett to come out and say Dak Prescott is our guy, and he's going to lead us to where we want to go. I need Jason Garrett, the head coach, to say that. But for everything about Dallas Cowboys right now, they're balanced. They're balanced on offense, and on defense, Rob Marinelli is doing a great job on
defense. Seattle's defense is way better.
But they're getting healthy.
Defense.
That's the thing. They're getting healthier. When Cam Chancellor was out, that defense looked confused at times. Now Michael Bennett is coming back in the next couple of weeks. So they'll have their guys back on defense, but they still have no running back.
This is what you can say about the Cowboys, and this is why Cowboys fans are gloating. Every NFL team, you look at the season through rose-colored glasses when it starts. If this goes right, if this goes right, every single thing that could go right has gone right for them, including when Des Bryant comes back. He's going to be that extra dimension to the offense, right? He's been that, too. Dak is hooked up with Des a couple of times yesterday to put them over the top in terms of the offense. Like, what are the odds that your rookie quarterback, I don't care how promising, plays this well, that your rookie running back plays this well, that the game plan to control the ball and help your defense works out this well? I mean, it all came together for them. So at a certain point, you got to give it up.
Oh, yeah, absolutely right.
Well, I don't have to give it up.
Well, it's okay.
Not just yet. Not just yet. And I like to point out a couple of other things. I mean, look, I don't mean to be negative. I don't mean to be that. But did you read the news about Rolando McClain?
Yeah.
And how he's going to be out?
Yeah, he was supposed to be back today.
No, he was supposed to be back after 10 games out. But because of that, now he's going to be suspended for the year. He's appealing the suspension and all of that other stuff. Mr. Drug Test. Well, no. I bring that up because But I know I have faith in Dak Prescott. He's a leader and a winner.
Right.
I have faith in Ezekiel Elliott because I think he's gotten a bad rap with some of the things that have been put out there about him. You're either going to go after him or you're not, as opposed to going after him, dropping the case, and then bringing it back on and all of this other stuff. I got questions about that. But as a football player, This brother's a stud. I think he could be relied upon. Dak Prescott is a stud. I think he could be relied upon. The other members of the Dallas Cowboys, I'm just not so sure. And for me, I'm like, wait a minute. You got Washington coming up. You got a rematch against the Giants coming up. You got Detroit and Philadelphia coming up. I mean, you got about 5 of the next 6 games of the Dallas Cowboys. They're going to have, it's going to get a little bit tight. And we don't know. You can't predict anything about the NFC
soft
East.
Schedule
there
so far.
Soft schedule. Yep, nobody wants to say that.
I mean, but part of that's because those teams, part of that, no, they have.
If you look at the one, you should be ashamed of yourself arguing with me about that.
If you look at the one-loss record of their opponents, it's bad. Part of that's because those guys are playing the Cowboys. But even taking that out, they have not had a very hard schedule so far this year. That is true. We will see in the next.
We're looking at the end result of it all because now, I mean, you can basically say that the New Orleans Saints are not a good team, and everybody should beat them. They're just that close from beating some of these top teams, and they'll probably make the playoffs. So let's just stop with the whole soft schedule deal because I think they'll beat the Giants when they play the Giants.
We'll see.
Ooh.
I think they beat the Eagles. They didn't week 1.
I'll remember that, Donovan.
Hey,
all right.
I mean, don't get mad at me.
That.
I just report the news.
Really?
He just breaks it. A little later in the show, we're going to discuss if Dak Prescott on McNabb and Custer is the league MVP right now. What do you think on Twitter? Go on, vote. Is Dak the MVP of football? We'll share those results a little later in the show. So Dak's the new bad man, Stephen A. Let's get into the original bad man. The Packers have now dropped 4 straight, losing to the Redskins 42-24, but there's more news off the field. In a column for the Bleacher Report, former and current Packer players were asked about Aaron Rodgers, and while most had only positive things to say about the former Super Bowl MVP, former tight end Jermichael Finley said Rodgers wasn't put on earth to lead and is self-centered. Another anonymous source in the article who was close to Rodgers for years but has since been cut off by